Good morning, EGA Tribe. Welcome back to the Everyday Growth Advisors live stream. I hope you guys are having a great day. Happy Monday to all of the viewers who are here. Another great news this morning coming out with potential vaccines for Moderna. Market rallying on that news, mostly industrials today. Watching this closely as things develop here. Make sure you smash the like button if you have been enjoying this stream thus far, if you've been finding things here educational as it should be. So welcome in, and I hope you have your coffee ready, your bagel. It's nighttime here, but we're ready to get this. Going to be another exciting week here with the markets, and let's get it. So also we'll be covering DOCU, which is the ticker of the week this week. Today we will be doing a little bit of an introduction to the stock. I'll go through the technicals, kind of an overview of the business, and then on Wednesday we'll do the fundamental valuation. Tomorrow we will not be having a webinar, as I mentioned last week. This week I'm going to be jam-packed with midterms for my school, and so therefore I will be taking a off on Tuesday and Thursday from the stream to make sure that I can get all of that stuff done. Okay. Let's have a look at some of the pre-market stuff here. So obviously the headline today is Moderna vaccine found highly effective. Obviously, we've been having a sector rotation for a while. Market prices in things way in advance before it happens. And so you could see that happen last week. Pfizer with the first one, and then Moderna now. But we've seen this happen before, so I say exercise caution. Guys, at this moment, hedges are on. Right? At this moment, it's needless to say that we are entering a phase of potential euphoria, a phase of potential greed. Okay, and when those things happen, this is the time when money is to be made. Okay, this is the exact moment when money is to be made in the markets. When people get too euphoric and too irrationally exuberant, that's when we take positions that will benefit us. Okay. So apart from that, we don't have much else on the news. Trump's concession, apparently, is something about him conceding, but I don't see any such thing on his Twitter, to be honest. I think he still is under the impression that he's still winning. God bless his soul. I think at this point, the nation needs to move on. I'm not going to say much more because I personally don't have a political bias, but I feel like, it's time. It's time for everybody to move on. I think, I don't care who has won, just as long as we move on, and so that's going to drag out for a while more. Expect that to be part of the headlines. On Wall Street Journal here, we have, once again, mention of the stock market popping on Moderna vaccine. SEC chairman leaving at the end of 2020. He was appointed by President Trump, so I'm guessing that he sees no plans to stay there anymore since the president's gone. And then Aramco here planning a US dollar bond to plug a funding gap, and they want to, I think, raise billions or $1 billion, something like that. So this is another thing that that I will talk about a little later. This has to do with the oil markets that you should be keeping a close watch on now that things are looking a bit more upbeat. Things that I would be looking at right now as these kinds of news hit the markets are looking at possibilities within petrochemicals and oil companies, especially if lockdown lifts, but I don't think so that's going to happen anytime soon. US cases are on the rise. I think they had their highest cases this past week, which is sadly not a really good thing, but it is what it is, right? I think they have to curb that somehow. Now there are a couple of things that I want to point out today, which is another reason. I feel like the news headlines are very, very positive, very bullish. And I think you guys have been watching the stream long enough to understand that when the news is bullish, that's when we go bearish, right? This is what retail traders wake up and they read. And then they're like, oh, everything is green now. Let's get in, right? And then when retail traders get in, that's when you need to start to gear and ease out of your positions, okay? This is the moment where you get great deals on tech that you need to take on companies that are extremely strong, undervalued fundamentally, and you write those out for a longer period of time. Okay, I'm not talking about specific companies, but we'll go through them in a little bit. All right. Of course, if you're here and you're enjoying the stream so far, make sure you smash the like button. That's the only thing I ask for when you're here. If you can help me click the thumbs up, that would be really appreciative. Let's hope we can get to maybe 100 likes today. That would be awesome. So obviously on pre-market movers here, we have for Moderna up 13% on the news. Most of the travel stocks are up, right? You have CCL, you have Norwegian Cruise Lines, you have UAL, United Airlines, you have Sabre, you have Virgin Galactic's down, Zoom is down 5%, Etsy down, Peloton down, right? All the COVID stocks are now being rotated out of, right? And people who have been holding on, they're now feeling the pain, okay? So you could say this is possibly a reverse squeeze, right? A possible reverse squeeze here. Other news, NIO is down about 5% pre-market. So is, let's see here, JD down about 2%. And today we have manufacturing index came in much worse than expected here. We'll have Treasury bills and then FOMC members who are going to speak. This week we'll also have OPEX, so make sure you keep an eye on that. Cool. You can see here from the heat map, pre-market here, lots of money rotating elsewhere and not into tech, right? Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, Google, Amazon, all laggards today. Big semiconductor companies also lagging. Micron up, I think, on upbeat news. Yeah, I say, consumer cyclicals are mostly up except for Amazon. Industrials, all mostly green, emerald green. Aerospace and defense up. And energy also up, which is what I want to talk about today. So, the more that I look at this now, I actually really like taking positions on energy. Forming an uptrend here, especially on ExxonMobil here, which is a stock that we valued at $50 on our live stream. This stock has been exhibiting a effort to recorrect into this territory here. A break above 38 and entry around $40 would give us a nice upside of about $10 here, which is a really great risk to reward ratio in my opinion. Taking this from here-ish to here, taking on a little bit of risk here, I think it's a significant amount of risk to reward ratio. You could even do something like this, which would be a nice 1:2 risk to reward ratio here. So I would say XOM here would be a great play if we can break above 40, and the entry would be around $40 if we can stay above this level here. So watch this for a potential entry here. This would be the level that I like to take XOM at, $40. Okay, this other lines here were from a Iron Condor that we were playing before. Let's get rid of those. Okay, perfect. This would be an entry here, so I'm gonna go ahead and write that in. Also, we have the running list of stocks that we're covering for this stream. I have put it on a Google Drive, Google Sheets, if you want to have a look at it. I'll put the link now in the chat for you guys to follow. Now, on Friday, we attempted to take some Boeing puts during our live trading session. That didn't go well. This was a potential setup on Friday that was bearish that turned against us. We played Amazon puts and we got out of those successfully because Amazon was on a downtrend. And we thought that the Dow Jones would slide along with it. I still do maintain the same thesis. For Mykong, yeah, you were asking the question. I closed half of my positions and I will be cutting the rest of them today. There's also a chance, depending on the early market movement today, that I may actually add to those positions and then average out the moment that Boeing hits 185 or so. So that's the play that I want to take here. If Boeing gets rejected, I see another fall back down. That's a possibility. We still have a couple of days. I realistically don't need to cut that position till Wednesday, but I will if I have to because I want to manage my risk. That's the reason why I cut half the risk on Friday itself. To avoid having a further loss on that position. Okay, so obviously you cannot win everything, right? There are bound to be losses, and so our Amazon profits paid for the Boeing losses, which were more than sufficient and more. And so if you want to follow what we're playing here, or what we're looking at here, these are some of the target prices that we see within the market. We have a setup here. Now swings are 50 to 80 days out. Day trades are going to be intraday trades, and position trades are 9 months plus. And I will write the type of trade here as we go along. This is an ongoing analysis. So we're looking at SPY and QQQ to be bearish here. Target entry price with QQQ was about $274, while SPY was about 333 here. And as the current price starts to draw closer, this tab here will give us an entry signal. So it'll turn green once we hit our entries. And I have the notes here for the potential things that we're looking at. Also, these will be the target zones once we do enter. And here are the fair value estimates of the shares of those companies that we are trading. So everything's here laid out for you guys. And if we do find opportunities, we'll put them into the sheet as we go along. If you lose this sheet, you can go to my Twitter. I've pinned it onto my channel. So the first thing you'll see here is the link to this Google page, and so you can go ahead and click on that if you want to get into this document at any time and see what changes here or how you can access these. Okay, so yeah, check it out. All right, cool. Now, euphoria. That's what is the topic of discussion today. Looking at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, we have a pretty much big rejection here on the top here. Potentially a double top here coming to the bottom here. This would be a bearish formation if it plays out the way that I think it is. Now, NASDAQ, on the other hand, still within our analysis here. The NASDAQ is still looking on track to go the way we have been projecting it to go. So we had this long-term channel drawn, which was a bearish channel here, and NASDAQ has so far really, kind of respected these channel lines here. We'll see if we continue this to the downside here before heading up to the upside here. There is definitely a bear case. I would say it's a smart thing to do to pick up hedges, but I wouldn't hedge against QQQ here this time. I would hedge against the Dow Jones Industrial Average, right? Because you don't want to hedge against something that's already somewhat sold off. This presents a good risk to reward ratio to the downside, right? So what you want to be really playing a hedge against is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which you can play a hedge against using DIA if you want to trade that. Okay, taking a hedge position against DIA here would be a smart thing to do. Taking a put out for 1 month and letting that play out would be a great way to play it. If you don't want to do DIA, you could also do XLI, because industrials have been the ones that have been flying, right? So XLI would be another one which you can do. On a 4-hour chart, this looks extremely overbought at this point, right? You can see this, and we're very far above the moving averages, and we need to come down a little bit. RSI is also pretty close to 80 here, 70 here. On the daily chart, we passed this previous resistance up here. Pre-market, we're on a high here. But I see us actually realistically coming down here to this support, before we get another bounce up. So I think this would be a good level to play it to. On XLI, if you want to take that instead, that's also a cheaper play that you can take to the 80 to 82 zone. Okay, so I'll go ahead and put it here. So these will both be swings. Your XLI entry price would be right now, which would be 88 or 87. And the current price will be 85, and there we go. Let's just get rid of this for now. We don't need these. And this would be hedge, active hedge going forward to protect downside on industrials rotation. And our target zone here would be around, realistically speaking, $80 or $81, I would say. So let's just go 80. And this one doesn't have a fair intrinsic value, so we'll leave that one. And then DIA here. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF. And this one, we want to have a entry price of right now as well, $299, or even 300 is fine. Current price would be this right here, and signal to entry here. So perfect there. And this is the same thing. And our target with the DIA here would actually be the down this range right here. So we're looking at 267, 268. And these are both swing plays, so just keep that in mind. All right, cool. So these are going to be our hedges, and I'm going to highlight them. And so, it's quite obvious that you can adjust your own risk to reward ratio here, whatever that you feel is important. Okay. Can you explain what the difference is between signal to entry price and target entry price? The signal to entry price will eventually go to 0 when we are at the target entry, therefore giving us a signal to enter. For example, if this becomes 88, the current price, then this becomes a signal to enter. Get it? It'll turn green. It'll tell us, okay, you should enter now. Any number that makes this number below 0 or 0, I have a conditional formatting there to tell us that here's a signal to enter. So if you're looking at the sheet and something becomes green, that's your entry signal. That's the idea. Okay? So I just made this into a column where it turns into a signal, basically, just using a simple Excel formula that constantly evaluates what the current price is and deducts our target entry price from it, giving us a signal. So it's like an artificial signal that I created just using Excel, just a simple formula, okay, using a couple of conditional formattings. That's it. That's nothing hi-fi or nothing Google, like nothing rocket science. Okay, cool. So other things here, volatility here on a bottom here, triple bottom here on the 1 hour chart, volatility S&P 500 VIX. I wouldn't be opposed to even buying some of this, but the problem is that IVs are still very high. Treasuries have been kind of whipsawing back and forth, looking bearish still. Gold has been on the uptrend. I would say watch gold, right? Gold is on a slightly bigger trend here, that's slightly going up here. So I would watch gold here carefully and see if we can get some kind of a trade set up or something to take to the upside here with the double bottom. I wouldn't be opposed to getting some gold calls. And yeah, definitely be watching gold. Okay, apart from that, sector rotation wise, remember that when we are at a market top here, what we should be investing in are basic materials, energy, and consumer staples, right? So your basic materials here, you want to be thinking about stores. You want to be thinking about energy, which are all of these. Your XOM, your Chevron, your Hex, Oxy, right? All of these are upgrade pre-market here. You can see that, right? And also at the same time, staples and basic materials. So those would be the ones in other words. your Coca-Cola, your beverages, your packaged goods, your even, I don't know, maybe even tobacco, I want to say, possibly. Industrials, I would say start to cap off your positions and start to head out from there. That's what I would do personally. You want to play defensively, you can take some utilities. That will be a good defensive play right now. NEE might be a good one as well. So have a look at that one. It's been a while since I looked at this one. Yep, also breakout and a kind of a consolidation above resistance here. I would say playing this to the upside here is a smart thing to do. You know, utilities here never fail. You know, defensive stocks here with close, you know, below 1 beta, that will give you hedge to the market downturn if a downturn happens. Now, obviously, the market's super euphoric here, so you have to take this hedge to the downside. This is the moment you hedge, and you can play this to the downside. S&P 500 here also looking, you know, a little weak. It didn't really quite make it up to make a double top. It was just the Dow Jones. The Nasdaq here lagging behind all three, obviously, with you know, positive news like that. It means that tech companies get slide off, right? So this will possibly continue its downward trajectory here. First taking out the 61.8, then the 50, then the 38.2. This is our retracement target here. We've been having that there for a while now. We want to see a bounce on the 200 moving average, and that would be nice, right? If we go lower than that, it's going to be the 38 and then the 23.6 here. So those will be the other targets for your NASDAQ, okay? The upside here would stay intact if we are unable to cross below the 61.8 and continue to find support at the 50 moving average. Then the upside would still be in play here, okay? So that's what I'm looking at right now. But as of right now, I like the prospects of hedging. I definitely like the prospects of hedging. Okay, great. As we rotate out of these, then we'll look at healthcare, staples, energy. These are still intact. Staples and healthcare, staples and energy will be the same, except for now you'll pivot more towards healthcare, which are also running, right? So I'd say pivot out of your industrials, time to take profits, and then, you know, do what you will with the rest of your positions. I'd say hedge it, okay? Hedge it, absolutely be hedging it. All right, awesome. So that kind of covers our pre-market breakdown here. And what I want to talk about next is going to be DocuSign, which is the company that we're following for the week. So let me show you what I have on the technical analysis side. Now, for those of you that don't know what DocuSign is, it's a business that focuses on cloud-based document signing. It was a pretty booming business during COVID, and then, you know, this company's stock went insane during the COVID period, right? While everything was selling off, this one, you know, obviously went up instead, right? We had a very minor crash on this one, you know, and ever since then, it's been on a huge uptrend, and now we see it in this consolidation phase, where I feel like it has some room to move down. Okay, especially since I've been seeing volume drop off here. It's engaging in a bearish behavior. Okay, if COVID hits again, then this one will pop. But right now, this stock is nowhere near its intrinsic valuation, or at least that I think of. Okay, so here's what I project, but obviously it's not gonna follow this at all. But here's what I project. Maybe a small pop up. You know, a test of this demand zone down here. If we catch the demand zone, we might go up to test this trend that's going downward. And you know, obviously this is not drawn perfectly. This could be like this even, right? It could be a little more slanted like this, to be honest. But you get the idea here, right? It could be a lot more slanted. Okay, but I say these are the key levels that we will test before going on its way down. I think from a technical perspective, this is bearish instead of it's bullish. The break below this demand zone here, the green box, is what we need as a confirmation. And so I hope that this is a trajectory that we will follow. The thing about this company is that it barely has an economic moat. I took the time to read the annual report here. There's a lot of stuff here to read, and you know, I don't see that leadership is effectively you know, investing in the right technology to get this business to the next level. So there's a lot of things here that you need to read that you would possibly need to understand here. Also, Morningstar report here. So here's what the bulls are saying, what the bears are saying. Bulls are saying DocuSign is a market leader in e-signatures and is expanding to a broader contract lifecycle management solution. And the free trial, easier implementation, and rapid return on investment for DocuSign customers make for a compelling sales pitch. Companies also enjoying success moving upstream to larger customers. And the market consists of considerably more greenfield space than is typical within software. The thing for me is that this company barely holds a competitive advantage. If another company wants to jump in and do the same thing, their economic moat is terrible. They have a very narrow economic moat. And then the bears are saying, given that it's May 2018 IPO, imagine guys, this company is only 2 years old, okay? DocuSign has limited operating history while the company reported positive non-GAAP profitability. They don't model GAAP profitability until several years. And e-signatures may ultimately be a feature rather than a full-fledged solution suite, which I agree with. That's what they're banking their entire business on. As the company moves upstream to increasingly larger clients, it's likely to face intensifying competition, particularly from Adobe. And that's also a fair reason, right? So economic moat-wise, see, they assigned it a narrow moat to a result of high customer switching costs, which they believe will enable the firm to generate returns on invested capital, which means ROIC, in excess of its cost of capital. And they believe that such excess returns will more than likely not continue for the next 10 years. So this is a temporary buy-up of shares that are not really reflecting the fair value of this company. Okay. I say might be a good one to short, I would say. I just don't see this being a $200 stock, with the market cap that it has. Let's actually have a look at what its market cap is. It has a $38 billion market cap, this business. I don't know about you guys, but a company that offers a digital signature service that is worth $38 billion, no bias, but I just say I feel like it might not be as flowery as it seems, okay? That's just the inside finance person in me that's calling bullshit right now. So more on the fundamentals on Wednesday, which I can tell you right now, this company is for sure overvalued. I don't even need to do the valuation in order to tell you that. But we'll find out on Wednesday, right, during the fundamental valuation. Apart from that, I will also brief you guys on whatever else that I find in this huge 108-page document, which I'll break down for you guys on Wednesday, okay? Okay, cool. I don't think that I have a lot more things here to go through. Right, I was just looking at the financials here. Not looking extremely good neither. Debt to equity here. Interest coverage, they have quite a bit of debt. Granted, this is a growing company, so, that's, I guess, in the short term, this is acceptable. I'm actually surprised to see that it's FCF positive, the trailing 12 months. But will this hold when COVID dies off? That's the question, okay? So I would say nah. And so I would say bearish opportunity. If you break below this demand zone here, I think taking this to the downside is a very, very smart thing to do here. Okay, cool. Let me start answering some of these questions here. Morning, guys. How are you doing? Welcome in. What's up? Make sure you guys smash the like button here. I hope you guys are having a good morning. And yeah, if you can help me out there, hit the like button real quick so that we can, get more people into the DJI tribe here. Thank you for attending the stream. It means a lot to me, taking out time to be here. Yeah. Thoughts on holding NCLH shares for the long, or should I take profits and run far away from cruises? I mean, it's not a bad idea. Eventually, the market's gonna definitely rebound, right? This company, though, is just so erratic, right, in terms of stock price. I mean, it wouldn't be a dumb idea to play this at the upside, though. Risk to reward ratio is huge, right? I would say hold it, and if you don't mind holding the shares, then just do that, right? Shares don't have a time value; they don't have decay. So, if you're a believer in the business, I would add more here. That's what I would do. T, have you closed all your BA puts on Friday? Unfortunately not. I did not close all of them. I was holding half my position, so I have 4 of them. Depending on how the market behaves today, I may choose to add to my position and average out as it moves down, or I'll just cut them. It depends on the situation. I will at least hold it intraday today though, and see what happens. More than 40%, 50%, I'll cut. That I should have cut on Friday, all of them, but I reduced my position by half to get some risk off the table. Can you explain? Okay, I'll explain that already. Walmart 152 calls for 1120. I've been in this one for about a week. Was a play on ER, cut or keep. I mean, it's at 152 right now, so I would say that this is the time where you move your stop loss up into profit and you let it ride. That's what I would think. That's my advice to you. You can't ask me if you should cut it or keep it. I don't do targets for me. I think you guys know this by now. I move my stop loss up and take the maximum profit possible. T, what do you think of NEO and the sell-off on Friday and the news from Citron, which seemed to have been the catalyst? Well, I don't think that the Citron news was the catalyst. I think that this was overdue for a long period of time. And remember that, at some point in time, there's that euphoria phase. Remember what I always talk about is that euphoria phase that comes in. This was your euphoria phase, okay? And my target to short was here. We're here now. I think that, it's a good idea to possibly take some off the table if you have been profiting all the way from this run. That's what I would say. But realistically speaking, this stock can continue to run. It can if it wanted to. My 401k has performed 6% year to date. Do you recommend pulling 100k and day trading it myself? There's no K. No, I would not recommend that, Troy. I would recommend you to put your 401k in the S&P 500 on market dips. That's what I would recommend you to do. It is not wise to day trade your 401k. That is a retirement investment that you're making. And you should hold that to a passive investment strategy, not a active investment strategy. It's very, very tempting to go the active investment route, but remember that only very few people succeed in these markets. Okay? I'm not saying that you can't do it. I'm saying why. So if you want to know why you shouldn't do that, I just literally made a post about this over the weekend. Okay? I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but there was a bet made between Buffett and a bunch of hedge funds, right? This is exactly what I'm talking to you about right now, Troy. It's the fact that would you want to passively manage your portfolio or do you want to actively manage? And this was a bet laid by Buffett versus hedge funds in 2008, okay? He issued a challenge to the hedge fund industry to one particular person and said that you pick your bunch of funds and I will pick the S&P 500 index and let's see which person performs better after 10 years, okay? And both of them bet 500,000, which was $1 million bet, okay? And they had to choose a charity of their choice for the bet to play out, all right? This Proteach Partners LLC accepted it, and then they both made a $1 million bet, okay? Now, here was the 9-year cumulative returns. Now, you must be wondering, like, why is it 9 years? It was a 10-year bet, right? Does anybody know why? Does anybody know why it ended up being a 9-year bet? I hope somebody knows. It was actually a 9-year bet because the guy lost. He lost early on. And so he bowed out from the race. Okay. By year 9, he was losing so badly. His hedge fund was making an average 22% per year versus the index fund, which was what Buffett chose, the Admiral fund, okay, which was VFIAX. And this fund generated 85% in returns on average, okay? Now, why did that happen? Why can't active investments beat passive investments in the long run? Or why is it so problematic? The issue is because of something called expense ratios. Okay? And this is what we're doing when you are actively trading. You have to spend money to do so. Okay? What is your expense in actively trading? Let's say you trade yourself. Okay? Let's say you trade yourself. Well, how much does that cost to you, first of all? What is the opportunity cost? Okay? What is the cost that you lose out on when you trade and not do other things? Okay? Number one. And then what are the tools and things that you invest in? And those things that you invest in, they have costs as well. Commissions and expense ratios. Right? Okay? These are all very real things that are prevalent in our market. The reason why Buffett won is because these funds, they all had expense ratios of between 2 to 5% per year. And Buffett's funds, this fund, he just put his $500,000 there and didn't even manage it. This fund gave him expense ratios of less than 1%. In fact, the expense ratios were so small that you have to realize that even your gains, the way they compound, the same way your expenses compound. Therefore, if you keep your expenses small, they will compound much less. Okay? So the idea is to keep your expenses low and put your money into a passive investment so that in the long run, you can benefit from a lower cost index such as the S&P 500. You can take the Emerald Fund, you can do whatever fund you want. Personally, I like VOO, the Vanguard S&P 500 index. This one, expense ratio is 0.07% per year. This is the lowest cost index fund you can find out there. And this makes up 35% of my dividend portfolio. Okay? It makes up 35% of my dividend portfolio. I like investing in this because it's a diversified investment. It's the S&P 500, and you gain the same exposure as other index funds. Okay, so keep that in mind. These are things that you have to be really, really aware about. Okay, so expense ratios, they are real problems. Okay, I hope I made that clear for you, Troy. Cool. Do you see space going up in the next 2 to 3 months? I have a $25 call. I mean, definitely looking like a cup here. We'll see if the handle forms. If so, then this would be bullish. Wait for a downtrend here. I think it might actually get there. I have a feeling it will. Shorting space here would be a good play for the short term. Before this cup and handle pop here. Nice little rounded bottom though. This is a nice cup. Just wait for the handle to form, if it will. I'd say January maybe, but it might be too soon. I think your expiry is too soon. Even for January, this is too soon, I would say. Hold it though if you want. GE $10 call. What's the hypothesis here with the GE $10 call? It's just been rallying, huh? That's it. This one, oof. I mean, I see the case. I see the case, but I think it's a bit too bullish for my liking right now. I would wait on this one, to be honest. Appreciate you guys being here. If you can do me a favor and hit the thumbs up, I would really appreciate you guys. There's 118 of you guys here. And honestly, I would really appreciate you hitting the thumbs up and smashing the like button. Because honestly, if you guys don't, then this stream doesn't reach anybody else and the EJA tribe doesn't get bigger. So honestly, guys, I really just ask for one thing when you're in the stream. I don't ask for any donations. I don't ask for anything else. I just say, can you please help me hit the like button? Thank you. I appreciate it so much. You have no idea. Let's see. Chris, I see the GE potential, but I personally don't like to play the stock. Also looking slightly overbought here. That's all I'm going to say. It looks overbought to me. If industrial sell off, it's also going to come down with it. Hi T, can I get your thoughts on Apple 125s for next week? Nah, I don't think so. Market's pretty bearish on that. I wouldn't recommend Apple 125s here. Well, market's bearish on the NASDAQ, right? And the S&P 500 is rallying, but I would say corrective wave here, and so it's going to pull Apple down in the short term. So I would definitely not hold those calls. John Fu, sorry. Morning, what's up, Jeremy? Welcome in, man. Can we get to 100 likes today, guys? Can we get to 100 likes? I would really appreciate it if we can get to 100 likes. You know, so the stream starts to reach other people, honestly. If not, it doesn't. That was an amazing answer in the 401k. I really appreciate the honest and transparent answer. Thank you again, brother. No problem, Troy. Absolutely. That's my job here. I'm real, 100% real and honest. I don't, you know, sugarcoat anything. Currently holding JPM January 110 put. I want to hold based on TA, but I'm going against momentum. Would you add in cost average or close? Let's see here. I see what you're saying. You said January 110s. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad position to hold, man. Okay, I see what you're saying, but like, I think you should hold it. I think you should hold this position. JP Morgan puts, 110 puts, I think are a good position to hold. Yeah, it's going to take a while to get there, but eventually it will. I think it honestly, it will eventually. It has to come down to close this gap at some point. So, yeah. I would hold it, to be honest. Your JP Morgan puts. Because, you know, if the market comes down here with the Dow Jones leading the way to correct, then NASDAQ comes down even more, S&P 500 comes down, that pulls financials down with it, right? Financials is one of the bigger sectors too. No problem, Chris. Hit that like button. Best advice I've gotten all month. No problem, Troy. I appreciate you saying that. You know, these are small things that I enjoy sharing about because, you know, the funny thing is when you take a 4-year degree in finance, that's the first thing they teach you. It's expense ratios. That's what really kills people. People think that trading is something you get in and, you know, you can make a ton of money. But they don't realize, like, you know, you should only be doing options trading to turn your money into passive investments. If you have a long-term goal of using options to make money forever, I think you're very misguided. I think that options trading is not a lifetime aim of yours. It shouldn't be a lifetime aim of yours because options are derivative products. They're financial instruments that derive from the stock price. Your main aim in life should be to gain and hold pieces of business, not pieces of contracts. Contracts have time value associated with them that will drain extrinsic and intrinsic value. And you want to really hold pieces of businesses like JP Morgan that in the long run will still be successful, that will be around. Do you really want to spend your whole life trading? That's my question to you guys, right? You want to be really turning your your active investments, which are your options funds, into a long-term portfolio where you are making money without you doing anything. Start building a dividend portfolio. That's literally the EJA pathway that I have posted here before, right? Where is it? Let's see. There you go, right here, right? You need to convert your active investments into passive investments. And this is how exactly I manage my portfolio, right? You get 100% profit from your options. You take 50%, put it into a dividend portfolio. The balance 25% keep for taxes, and the balance 25% pay to yourself, right? If you want to be really frugal, take this 25%, put it back into your dividend portfolio. That way you don't pay yourself. Okay, you take, remember when you're trading, remember something. You're managing a business, okay? You're literally managing a business, but the thing that you're managing it's not just labor or something like that, right? What are you managing? Your product is money. That's what you're managing. And you have to efficiently manage your money, okay? If you don't optimize your money management and you think that you can make money you know, if you can't manage $1,000, how the heck are you going to manage $10,000? Okay, by having more money, it doesn't mean that you know how to manage it. All right, if you don't know how to manage 1,000, there's no way you can manage 10,000. So people always say that, oh, it's because I don't have a big portfolio. Wrong. It's not that. You don't have the right risk to reward approach. That's the issue. Okay, that's the issue. You don't have the mentality. That's the issue. Okay, work, $30 calls. I actually like work, but it's been in a downtrend for the longest time here. I don't see the bullish trend yet, man. I'm sorry, but look at this downtrend. It's a very super obvious downtrend, to be honest. Let's see here. Can we get this to go? Yeah, I want to say. This isn't a very deep downtrend. I wouldn't take this to the upside just yet, unfortunately. Not until I see a break above key levels here. There are just too many things it needs to go through. It's like a landmine. So unfortunately, Raymond, I wouldn't do that right now. Sorry. We have 9 more likes to go to get to 100. Can we do that today, guys? I would really appreciate it. We could hit the thumbs up, guys. You know, big things coming on the stream, and I really hope that you know, we could get to 100 likes here. That would make my day, to be honest. Do we see BABA rallying back to actual value by December with Singles Day numbers? Great Star holidays coming. It should start rallying soon. I don't think so. That might be a bit too optimistic. Singles Days numbers would already be priced in at this point. Yep, I do see a case for it bouncing on this level here. But if it doesn't, then BABA's in some deep doo-doo. So I would be really careful with BABA here. You know, if we don't see a recovery quick back above this line here, and which, by the way, remember, BABA's part of the NASDAQ, right? And remember what's going on with the NASDAQ. We're still bearish here. We're in a phase where we may continue to sell off. If we do, then what happens? BABA comes along with it, right? So BABA has a potential deeper fall to go through before it comes back up here. So I would say don't be too bullish on BABA just yet. Not until we cross over the 270 back up, you know, above this key level of demand zone here, which might potentially here turn into a resistance. This might turn into a resistance now. Okay, we're at 260. So keep that in mind. What do you think of NEO being bullish today? I'm guessing you have NEO calls. That's the reason why you're asking that question. I don't think about anything being bullish with NEO. I've said multiple times that this is actually my entry for shorts with NEO. This level of irrational exuberance will eventually come down, and on the daily chart, this stock is way overbought. It needs to come down at least to the 50 moving average, which is here. I'd say a short-term price action would lead it to go towards the 36 level. Amazon puts, Evelyn, I like that one actually. That's a great idea. Amazon puts 3075 for 1120. 3075. Yeah, I like it. I like this play. Even as a day trade, this would work. And we played this successfully, right? Even on the live trading session that we had last week. For people that don't know, what happened last week? We took an Amazon short right here. Played this to the downside, and we exited our positions right here. Played this and made like $1,000 just playing this drop here on next week expiry contracts on Friday. It was great. And yeah, it's getting rejected constantly by this moving average. I would say, I think it's a great one. I would say, yeah, absolutely. If you get a chance to short this one, short it. You know, the bearish momentum of the NASDAQ will continue here if the economy starts to reopen. So I would say short term, great. But long term, I like this stock long. I like this stock long. Buying Amazon leaps at this point are really great, in my opinion. Great prices to enter in. Especially if we can get to this 3,000, 2009 level, I'm going to be buying lots of Amazon to keep it. How do you view the consumer-driven stocks performing this week heading into the holidays? Well, Amazon, for example, you know, the problem is that Amazon is going to be one of the businesses that definitely boom during this time, right? As people continue to, you know, weed this market out. It's going to be definitely something that this market's going to price in. Now, the problem is that tech is going to continue to slide for a while because of the sector rotation, right? But that's the reason why at the start of this live stream, I said that you should be starting to get out of industrials and get into tech now. You got to buy the stuff that nobody wants to buy right now, and then sell the stuff that everybody wants to buy right now, right? Everybody wants to get into industrials, but it's too late to get into industrials. You have to have gotten into it before the rally in order for it to make sense. Now that we're up 15-20%, that's when retail starts to buy that mess. And now you don't want to be getting into that mess. You want to be getting out of that mess, okay? So start buying long-term positions in great companies. What are some great companies that in long-term positions? Amazon is one of them, right? What about Apple, right? Apple's another one. Great long-term stock to own, right? What about Google? That's another great stock to own, right? Competitive moats that nobody can compete against, right? Facebook, another one that is great to own. They basically are a monopoly for social media, right? What about JP Morgan? Another one great to own, but this one might come down because of the gap. So this one be cautious about, right? Microsoft, right? Another amazing company to own, fundamentally undervalued. I've said this stock so many times is worth 230 to 240. I even have it written down in our sheet, right? I literally have it written down here, guys, okay? 235 is the price, all right? My intrinsic valuation for Microsoft. The stock is undervalued, okay? Netflix, I'm not particularly crazy for this stock. Nvidia, great stock to own long term, right? Okay. Competitive moat. This company, it rules the market for GPUs, right? Okay. What else? Yeah, those are the main ones. XOM, right? Energy. You can wait for the pullback here with XOM, and then buy this to the upside, right? $50 intrinsic valuation. Okay, I should probably write that here somewhere, which I will probably at some point. So these are kinds of things you got to look at. Instead of looking at the things that are rallying, look at the things that are red. Don't let the market pull wool over your eyes, guys. Okay, that's not a good way to play this, to be honest. Like, buy the things that are red. Don't buy the things that are green. On a red day, you buy the things that are red. The things that nobody wants, that's what you get. And then on a green day, you will see those come to fruition. Okay? Be realistic with your expiries too. Don't be taking weekly contracts at this point, right? This market's so erratic. You don't know what's going to happen. You want to do at least 3 weeks, 4 weeks out with all of these contracts. Okay? Hydrogen day this week. I have no idea what that is. What is hydrogen day? DXCM. What is that? Dexcom, $33 billion company, manufactures, distributes glucose monitoring systems for diabetes management. Why this all of a sudden though? This would be good if, this would be good if we are doing a play on healthcare. $400 calls for January. I mean, it looks bearish to me, so why would you buy this right now? And your strike is so far away, and this stock has moved at a time $50 between November. Let's have a look at this. I don't like this, unfortunately. This is more bearish than it is bullish. This is a very bearish pattern. This is a bearish formation. It's rejected by the moving averages. You can see that we had this death cross. The longer term trend is bearish. Let's test at the bottom here. You need a second test at least before you even get in. I'm sorry, Santosh, but that's not a good entry, and neither is it a good stock to play bullish right now. But this looks extremely bearish to me. SDC, what is that? Smile Direct Club. Once again, you guys need to stop with these. What is the market cap on this one? 3 billion. I wouldn't touch it, to be honest. tele dentistry company founded by this guy and this guy. This is like what, the teledoc of dentistry? Is that what this is? November 20th, $12 calls. Why are you expecting such a huge move on this? Like, oh, it's earnings. It's an earnings play? Yeah, it's earnings of today, man. That's a coin flip, bro. I don't know, Jason. That's a coin flip. It could go either way. And $12 is a big move. That's a $3 move. That you're looking at a 30% move. Why? Why? How and why is my question, right? If you want to see what's the implied move of the stock, you go to option slam, right? Type SDC here. What's the implied move? 20%. There's no way you'll even reach that, right? 20% of $9 or $10 is $2, right? $12, even if you do hit that, I guarantee you that a stock with a 20% implied move and you choose exactly 20% target, what's going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? This is a classic setup for Ivy Crush. Classic. Stock is bound to move 20% in either direction, okay? Say you take a 20% upside here and the stock is at $10, $2 up is a 20% move. Yes, you got your move, but the IV of these contracts will be so high that even if you do hit it, you're going to get crushed. Don't get yourself in that, man. That's my advice. Z, January, $15 calls, 115. Z. 115 calls, 15 January. Zillow. I mean, I like it, but I also don't like it. I see the case, but I personally don't like this chart to the upside. I would do a very small position. The risk to reward here favors the downside, not the upside. That's what I'm going to say. Just looking at this real quick, you know, this is your resistance up here. Let's say you even took the position up here. You set a stop loss, right? Your stop loss is going to be way below here, okay? What is your upside? Your upside is this. What are you risking? What are you risking to get this? You're not. You're risking what you're risking exactly what you're going to get. That's not a fair trade, in my opinion. That's no good risk. This is what I call. You guys are not looking at your risk management. Yep, we played down a great live trading on Friday. Yep. Yeah, I think everybody made money on the live trading session on Friday. I hope the Boeing position didn't get you guys too down. But if you manage your risk properly, you should have been okay. Trump just tweeted Moderna has a vaccine. That came out early in the morning. He's a couple hours late, man. Apple 120 calls for I think is double bottom. As I just mentioned about Apple earlier, if NASDAQ continues to sell off, then you got to understand that Apple's going to come down here and not go up. Spotify calls 249. What expiry are you looking at? 249, that's in the money calls. I mean, you're already in the money, so. I really don't like this, by the way. Really don't like this chart. I think it's going to continue sideways for a while. It could continue sideways. Nvidia 540 calls. Ooh, the market just opened. Let's see here what's going on. Okay. We will look at the NASDAQ first to get a load of what's going on. I see a rejection up here, so this is a good thing. Market's probably going to start off on tech today. We'll see if the S&P 500 and Dow Jones follow. Dow Jones falling a little bit. Let's see if we can have any reservation for this or any respect for this 50 moving average here. That'll be what we have to watch today. All right. Well, you know, you guys have access to the stream picks. I'll continue to update this if I see any opportunities. These are the running picks of the stream. If we get these entries, it'll signal it to us, and then we'll enter. Apart from that, I wish you guys a good luck for today's trading session. Thank you for coming by. Nvidia, I wouldn't play it right now if NASDAQ sells off further. It's important to note that buying a call or put already in the money, you will pay less with delta that you would going out with the money. You will pay less with delta than you would going out the money. Yep, that's true. I see too many people going too far out the money on trades. Absolutely, Troy. We focus on that actually on the Everyday Growth Advisors mentorship program, and I'm glad that you brought it up. But thank you guys for attending the stream today. One of these days, who knows, I may hold a live trading session on this stream. You guys want me to do it now? Do you guys want a live trading session right now? That's the question. Well, we already have the setup, so we might as well do it, right? All right, fine. Let's do it together then. Okay, couple rules. Live trading session. I feel bad for all the people who just left. Well, if you're sticking around, I guess this is gonna convert into a live trading session right now. And we hit the 100 likes. That's right. Okay, sorry. Give me a second here while I just answer a couple of questions. And I generally don't really look at things when the market opens anyway. I usually wait for things to settle down. There'll be a whole bunch of things that I'm going to be looking at concurrently. Main things I'll be looking at will be Dow Jones. I'll be looking to short this if we get a bearish entry here. I'll be trading everything on a 15-minute chart. So the reason why I do this is just, I prefer the 15-minute charts more than anything. So we're looking at SPY getting a little bearish here. We'll see if we can break this 200 moving average and continue this wave down, come up to reject it, and then fall further down. If we see the rejection on the 200 moving average, we'll take SPY puts down. That's one of the things we'll play here if we can get the entry here. So our interim, entry point will be somewhere around here. We'll see if we can get that wave pattern. We have that wave down and then the wave up and then the wave down again. And this will be our entry, right? Because this is the first wave and the second wave is what we'll play down, okay? So one trade idea will be forming here. If SPY does indeed go bearish, what is the first thing that we should be shorting? What's the first stock that you should be shorting if SPY indeed goes bearish? That's the question you have to ask yourself. Exactly. So we'll be looking at Apple. Okay, so this will be on the top of your watch list today. Apple is the biggest weight in S&P 500. Okay, we'll be looking at to short Apple here. So a rejection after a sell-off will set up this as a very good short down to this range over here. Okay, so we're gonna draw in a couple of key points here today. Now, this over here is gonna be the key level of support. This is also what we call a dual zone. If you take the Everyday Growth Advisors mentorship course, you'll learn more about this, how we get these zones and how do we plot them, okay? Now, this is the zone that we have to cross over. So there's gonna be, remember, when we're taking trades and planning entries here, we're not just gonna, oh, the market's bearish, we're gonna go. No, that's not how it works, okay? We wait for things patiently to approach our zone. We are like a lion, right? We're like a lion. We're gonna wait patiently for our entries. And once we get confirmations, then we start to take the trades. What we do in the meantime is we plan our entry and exits, okay? And so we need a clear break below this, all right? Yes, this is a day trading session. We will not be doing any swing trades here, only day trades. So let's say we take this position down. We'll need to see a rejection of this zone, and then we take it on the wave down, okay? So on the pullback, and then we take it down. And our target for a downside movement will be somewhere down here. So we're looking at this right here. for a day trade. Okay. This is your previous dual zone here. So we're probably going to look at a 118 entry or a 117.50 entry, and then we'll play 116 puts and take that to in the money if it goes in the money. That's one way to play it. Okay. That's provided S&P 500 remains bearish here. Okay. That's the other. Now, if we fail to go bearish, then I would recommend not to take anything. That's what I recommend. I do like taking DIA here on the downside though. So we may actually engage in this trade right here. XLI also might be a good one to play. Yeah, XLI sold off right at the beginning there. So both of these would be great plays here. 15-minute charts and DIA here. Cool. Let's watch those there. Oops. Microsoft also slightly bearish here. This would be another one potential trading candidate for a downside short if things go as planned. We'll look at Apple here. Oh man, where am I? God damn it, I hate it when they erase my lines and shit. Okay, great. Let me run office hours on the educational chat real quick. I've used the Finway past, but I'm noticing that they don't have pre-market selection for it. They are pre-market missing up the benefit map. Okay, does anyone see any opportunities so far? I'm going to go through my checklist here and see what we have. Apple got bought up here. Big time. Big volume came in. Let me just get my flow algo real quick set up here. NEO. Apple getting bought up here. What are happening with the indices here? Let's see. The Dow Jones, the S&P 500. NASDAQ getting bought up? Is it possible? Yep, NASDAQ getting bought up. Let's see if the NASDAQ can, hold this key level here. NEO. Yeah, this is decent. NEO might be going up to cover that gap real quick and then come. It already covered the gap. A bearish possible play here on NEO. I would recommend puts right here. If you want to scalp, this is a great opportunity to scalp NEO puts. Taking some $44 puts here, stacking some deltas on the way down. This would be a great one to do right now. Weekly contracts, take them, and then play this downside. Obviously, at your own risk, but that's what I would play here as a downside wave here, just to play this down wave. That's my recommendation. Yeah, Landon, I agree with you. I guess we were thinking the same way. But the thing here is wait for the confirmation though. I see a rejection. Of course, you gotta wait for the confirmation. Okay, hold up. Let's see what happens. More volume coming in. Let's see here. Need this. I hate this. Neo, Boeing. What's going on here? Boeing, more calls coming in for Boeing. How's Boeing doing? Boeing at 192. I'm gonna hold on to my Boeing puts just a little bit here, and see what happens. The position's in a pretty big loss, so at this point I don't see the reason to exit at a huge loss when I can get out at a smaller loss. Nasdaq needs to cross over this over here for the upside. If we don't see the Nasdaq cross up here, we'll see continued bearish pressure here across all the indices. Neo calls coming in, sweeps for 1120. That's this week expiries. Wow, that's really big actually. 42 in the money. That's a scalp. That's gonna be a scalp play right there. 42.50s. Yep, that's a scalp play. This is definitely a scalp play to the upside. I like the prospect of taking Neo puts here though. DIA is green. DIA, huh? I see. Yeah. Okay. We could definitely look at getting to DIA here. I would say it's a smart thing to do. Play this to the downside. So let me look at some DIA contracts here. DIA. We'll look at the month out, so December 18th puts. And we want to get 299 puts if possible. 299 puts are trading $8. Damn, no, we don't want those then. We can do a swing trade potentially here with DIA. Let's say 290, 295. 295 is $6. These are down 20% today. IVs are, oh no, not that one. That one has 20% IV, that's no good. 291 puts maybe. Wow, these are very low IVs. I don't like that. $290 is a bit better. What is that? Wow. Lots of flow coming in. Boeing. More Boeings coming in. More Neos coming in. Yeah, Neo of course looking bullish here, but I like scalping it to the downside. Twilio calls, too many calls and unusual flow. Maybe. DIA is nice, but IVs are a little concerning. Not many people are holding these contracts at all. I think we're better off playing XLI maybe. Also pretty bad. Damn. These IVs are just too low, guys. Like 20 something percent. Not very good. I can't even find a single contract that has 30%. Remember guys, too high IV, that's bad. too low IV, that's bad too. A sweet spot's like between 30 to 50. That's when you want to get him. Boeing here, rushing to the top. I guess, yeah, this is all the more reason for me to add some more to my position here. More Boeing coming in. I still see... okay, let's see if we can hold this here. Apple with the possible play here if we take this to the downside, but we don't have confirmation yet. Nothing confirming anything yet. AMD, nothing much there. Boeing, this is looking more and more bullish, but at the same time, I'm not really buying it, to be honest. Boeing, more Boeing flow. Damn, that's a lot of flow. I really like the prospect of shorting Boeing as well. If some news comes out. Neo potential scalp, was that a... Yep, that was what I was talking about. This is exactly what I was talking about. Actually, right time to buy was up there. We didn't play that. Now the opportunities kind of missed, I want to say. Yeah, that was exactly what I was talking about with Neo. I mean, if you want to go ahead and scalp it, you can. I would say take it on up wave though. Don't do it on a down wave, because there's a lot of bullish flow. If you look at it, right? There are 2 hedges, and then the rest are bullish flow. 65 strikes, geez, and 50 strikes for this week expiries. My goodness. Wow, that's actually pretty crazy. 50 and 65, that's insane. I don't know. I won't take Neo here yet. I don't think the risk to reward opportunity presents itself here. Let's see. Caterpillar, possible good setup if we can find a break here. Chewy, CrowdStrike. Ooh, this might be a good short play. This is a great short play, actually. Potentially. Let's see here. I'm trying to find a good play here. So, oh, JD. Damn, son. JD here. This might be a Timba here, guys. This might be a good play. If we can find a entry here. with JD. Chinese tech selling off today. Is that what's going on? Let's have a look. What about K-Web? Not yet. All right, let's see here. Tesla bullish to the upside, but then I don't like that play because Nasdaq is still bearish here. Dow Jones not able to recover there. All looking pretty boring. JP Morgan, Microsoft, Apple. Apple puts here to the downside? No, not yet. Nvidia. Oof. Wow. Huge buy up and a rejection here. This is a sweet play for the downside. Sweet play to the downside here. This was your rejection zone. Let's see how much these puts cost. I wouldn't mind playing Nvidia puts here. They're probably expensive though. Let's see, the weekly option is a day trade here. 540 puts. How much would they cost? 540. Wow, $2,000. Damn, son. 534s maybe. 530s also expensive. Damn. Nah, Nvidia's out. Too expensive. I do like this trade to the downside though, just saying. RKT. This one's also mooning. RKT here. Breakout here. If we can get a consolidation, this would be nice to play to the upside. $25, $23, $24 calls would be nice. Boeing, more Boeing calls. Roku's bearish here. How are you guys doing so far? Anything that you guys taken? I don't see any really crazy opportunities just yet. I'm still waiting for this market to play out a little bit. 7 more minutes and then I'll probably make a play somehow. Zendesk, Zoom with the potential bearish trade here as well. How much are Zoom contracts? Let's have a look at that. Yeah, this one's actually nice. DIA, yep. Okay, that's good. Damn, Zoom's also expensive. Zoom 370s maybe. Those are $800. 365s. We could play Zoom 365s. They're about $700, but oh, these are up big time today. 100. Nope, skip that. IV's too high. Never mind. Okay, Nasdaq selling off. This is good. Okay, I say we can start to play. This is the reason why I wait 30 minutes, by the way, guys. You can't usually tell what's going on the first 30 minutes. You know, you make your best decision. I'd say playing against industrials here. So let's have a look. So Caterpillar. Okay, how about we play this one to the downside? I see a rejection. This one looks decent to play down if we can get a nice break here. Let's try to find some contracts for Caterpillar. Would be a nice little weekly play here. Decently priced contracts. Yeah, these contracts are decently priced. 170 puts, 35% IVs for the weeklies. I think I'm gonna go with these guys. 170 puts on Caterpillar. Here, playing industrials down because I see potential sell-off in industrials, right? With the DIA coming down. Oops, I always keep clicking this thing. Let's say the Dow Jones comes down here. I think I'm gonna take this one. I want to do 170 puts. These have decent open interest. IV is not too high. 170 puts on Caterpillar. I'm gonna do a starting position of, let's say, 6 contracts. Nah, let's just do 5. Well, I'm gonna take 5 contracts. I don't know about you guys. I'm gonna wait for a little bit of a pullback here and then enter this. So just give it a second and then I'm gonna enter that. 1120. I'm gonna take this week expiries. So yeah, okay. 170 puts 1120. I'm gonna submit these now. Let's see if I can get filled. Okay, I got filled. Let's see. $1.58 was my fill. I'm gonna write it here. $172. Current price. $11.20. 170 puts for day trade on 11/16 at 158 entry. Target zone's going to be below us, so we'll look at this right here. 167 to 168. So let's say 167. All right, perfect. All right, that's our running day trade for today. We'll see if we can, we'll see if we can get any profit on that one. Keep your stop loss on Caterpillar. Keep it at like 20%, 30%, something like that. In case the Dow Jones goes all nasty on us. Don't expect to see profits right away, guys. All right, it's going to take a while. Oh, we're already down 10% on this. Ouch. We're gonna wait. Okay, let's look at something else in the meantime. Nicola? I don't know, man. What's this doing? Let's see here. Fastly, unusual flow here. VIX calls starting. Oh, those are sweeps. Upwork. Neo, more coming in. I don't know. Nicola seems to have been rejected here, but it could also continue climbing. It all depends, man. I see it starting to bottom out though. If this Caterpillar trade doesn't go the way we want it, get prepared to swing this into tomorrow if we see, you know, big time issues with this. I see on the bigger time frame here, I see this as a bearish play. This is a pretty big supply zone up here, so be careful of that. LI. Oh, that's why all the flow on NEO is. They're betting on the NEO earnings report. That's what it is. We'll watch this one closely. All right, be patient here with this one. I think that more than anything, we will see a... These are pretty bearish candles, I want to say. This might take a while to... Is it really? Damn. I'm at 15% on Caterpillar. Oh, 17%. I have my stop loss at 30%, guys. We have to wait. Thoughts on shorting DOCU. Isn't that our ticker of the week? I actually spoke about that. Yeah, this one's a good one to play short, to be honest. I like this one. Yeah, this is also possibly a good one to short if you guys want. We can short the ticker of the week. Yeah, this one's a good one to short as well. But, oh man, this is a tough one. I see like a reverse head and shoulders pattern forming here. That's weird. Patience with Caterpillar. I'm gonna have to wait with that one as it gets bought up here. Pfizer getting sold off. Interesting. Amazon breaking out. Where? Oh yeah, to the upside. Oh yeah, possibly. Is the Nasdaq bullish though? It is. Maybe. If the Nasdaq goes bullish, the Dow's gonna go bearish. That's what I would say. Amazon is looking pretty nice there. Even Apple's looking bullish here. AMD, there was some bullish flow. Tech was the one to play today, I would say. We could start a position in tech. Buying on this dip. Let's see. Amazon. How about Target? Ooh, this is looking nice. Walmart as well. Consumer staples, remember guys, those are the ones you want to rotate. Walmart, also amazing. I want to take this on a what do you call a pullback though. I don't like this right here. Ooh. Breakout on Baidu. Also need a pullback here. A lot of things in need of a pullback before we can enter. The Dow remains a little bearish here. Fastly bearish. Yeah, we could play this to the downside. Problem is risk to reward opportunity is gone for the day trade. That's the issue here. SE. What about SE? I've been seeing a lot of flow on SE, guys. This one looks interesting. I would say a potential play up here. Nice rejection here. Well, a good support, I would say. This is your dual zone. It's like a nice little dual zone here. Maybe play this to the upside. From here to here, kind of thing. Wave up. That's a possibility. Let's say 187s, 185s for a swing trade. The Dow turning around here. Oh. Let's see. We're gonna have to be extremely patient today with these plays. NEO's gonna probably move crazy because of earnings. I think bullish on NEO for the earnings run up, I would say. If you guys want to play NEO, break above this $45, $46 level, I'd say take it to the upside. Lots of room to cover up here. I would say, you know, it would be a decent play. I see some nice volume coming in. You can see OBV making higher highs here, right? Take it on the break here. 45.50 would be a nice entry. That would be nice. If you guys, this is a potential trade here for a day trade. How's the VIX doing? The VIX is chilling. The VIX is not going up or down. Remember, this is like the default position of the VIX here, guys. XPV, AMD. AMD is another one. Well, I've been watching. Yep, this is another one. AMD has been hecka bullish recently, right? You can see this. One wave, two waves. This was actually a good entry here. This was a good entry. Play this at the upside. The only problem with AMD here is, man, I wish I could get rid of this stuff here. Let me see here. Get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this, get rid of this. You can see that more clearly now. I need to get rid of some of these zones, to be honest. I think there's too many zones. Alright, this one, get rid of this one. There was a zone up here. This one's done. This one, not valid anymore. There, that's a bit better. I have to move this down. There we go. This one has to move a little further up. There we go. AMD in a sideways channel here. This is standard sideways channel. This will be the two levels to trade between. Ah, man, we can't take AMD neither. We're priced out on either side. See what the issue is here? I want to play this at the upside. The risk to reward ratio here sucks to the downside, right? If I want to play this at the downside, the risk to reward ratio sucks on the upside. So this is a bad play either way right now. We had to enter on the bounce of this or this. This would have been the great entries for AMD, but now not so anymore. So this is a skip for right now, unfortunately. How's Caterpillar doing? Okay, okay. Okay, all right. Okay, I see you. I see you. We'll see. Dow Jones. Okay, I see you. Neo. Ah, it got rejected again. Rejection, rejection, rejection. Jesus. I wonder why. That's weird. How are you guys doing today? I feel like no one's talking to me. Guys, you gotta talk to me, man. I know I'm concentrating, but you know, if you don't talk to me, then I don't feel like this is a live stream. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I wish you guys could actually talk to me though. I don't know. You guys wanna do a Zoom call? I could do a Zoom call. I wouldn't mind it. I could post the Zoom link in the chat, and then you guys can talk back to me. I wouldn't mind it at all. Let me know. We are concentrating on our screens. I know that, Landon. Yeah, I know. I feel it. Some serious multitasking with work plus live stream. I know. Trying to day trade Apple. Okay. Apple puts are tasty here. I'm not gonna lie. The only issue is I'm feeling very iffy about taking them. But I'm telling you, Nasdaq still looks bearish. I still don't buy this. First time here, good stuff. Thank you. No problem, man. You know, I'm trying to do more of these live streams, the day trading sessions. This is what we do on the Everyday Growth Advisors mentorship course, by the way. You know, and I hope that this brings immense value to you guys. To be honest, I don't mind it at all. I actually enjoy doing these. But I like the interaction more than anything. You know, if you guys want to talk back to me while you're trading, as I said, I don't mind setting up a Zoom call. Just let me know. I can have 100 people in there anyway. So 80 of you, no problem. I can put the link on the chat if you guys want. How's that RKT doing? Oof, rejection. Damn. Look at that. Straight like a rocket ship. Is it really? Oh, yeah, it is. Damn. Cat's going to be a bad trade today. Damn it. 26%. Yep, I'm almost going to be stopped out on Caterpillar. Oh, man. I don't like that. Yeah, I see it. I see it, guys. I don't know if I should increase my stop loss. I don't feel like it. I think if it goes, it goes. If it breaks above this right here, that's pretty much GG. Good game, guys. If not, then we hold. We'll see. We need a good push down on the Dow Jones Industrial Average here, right? And then that will make our trade intact here. If the Dow bounces here and goes strongly up, then our Caterpillar trade is dead. I would say respect the stop loss on Caterpillar if it goes up. Okay, don't overcommit yourself. Cut it short if it doesn't go our way. Simple as that. Just practice your risk management. Okay. Losses are part of the game, so you gotta learn to accept them. Apple shorts though, yum yum. I'm eyeing them right now because the Nasdaq's still looking bearish here. Still bearish. I'm gonna be really pissed if Caterpillar hits my stop loss and it comes down. Wow, so close. So close. I went to 29% and then I didn't get stopped. $27.85. I think we will hit it. CVS call I got last week printing. You guys got stopped? Oh, maybe it was because your entry. My entry was a little better, I guess. Yeah, I'm about to get stopped out here as well, I think. Wow, surprisingly didn't get stopped out. Interesting. Okay then. Plug. Oh yeah, This one's been running for a while, actually. This is a good one. Neo at 45. What about plug? This just broke. Interesting play to the upside. We can get a nice bounce play. Actually, this is a good entry too. This is a decent play. Good volume, good everything. GME, nah. I've already made 3 day trading. I need swing play right now. Looking to short Zoom. What do you think, T? I mean, it's not a bad idea. I wanted to take it, but I think that it's gonna go higher before that happens. That's the issue for me. That's the reason why I didn't take Zoom yet. I think it's gonna go up here, try to test this again, and then come down. Excuse me. What's a good call for plug? I would do 25 calls. 25 calls next week expiries maybe. That's what I would play. Yo, I still did not get stopped out of Caterpillar, just FYI. It did not hit my stop loss. What were your Neo calls? 45.62. Yeah, Neo. Okay, here. This is a good play for Neo here, I would say. This is decent. Yeah, this is a good entry. If you, but then IVs are gonna be a little high. Okay, hold up. Don't enter Neo right here. All right, look, you're entering on an impulsive wave. All right, don't do that. This is how people get priced into their contracts. See, you have to wave up, you have to wave down, you have to wave up. You gotta wait for this wave to complete, come down, all right, and bounce. If it can bounce, you enter on the wave. After it bounces, you enter on this up wave again. All right, you don't take Neo long here. You wait. Be patient. Believe me, it pays off. All right, do not take Neo long here. Believe me, just wait. Hold up. Patience will pay big time. All right. Indices are still looking pretty. I don't know. How much time do you need? It's not by the time. It's not by the candlesticks neither. It's by the waves, right? This is a wave. This is a wave. This is a wave. This is a wave, right? So wait for the wave to complete. It'll come down. Wait for that wave to complete. You'll see it go up. When you see it going up, then you take it. It's kind of like this wave, right? This wave up, down. Then you take the wave on the way up. See that? So wait for the same thing to happen again. You don't want to take it when it's bullish. You're overpaying for these contracts here. The IVs will be through the roof. All right. Apple failed to break higher day. Okay. Yep, that is true. That is a good observation there. I'm telling you guys, Apple puts look tasty. I mean, if you guys want to play... Okay, I got stopped out of Caterpillar. Caterpillar was a wash. Sorry, guys. Stopped out. Oops. Apple puts maybe. I want to say Apple puts here. No, I'm not in anything else right now. Can we look at Starbucks? Let's see. Starbucks is consumer staples though, so this would be more bullish than bearish in my opinion. Wow, this has been on a crazy. It's been on a crazy. Lots of gaps. My goodness, I really don't like trading stocks like these. Oh man, this is tough. I mean, I don't like shorting this, and I don't like shorting Target neither. These are both consumer stocks. Nah, I don't like shorting this neither. Both are bullish. I don't want to take a counter trend on these two specifically, because the sector rotations would favor them. Caterpillar was still okay because we were expecting Dow to come down. Yeah, that's the reason why I said don't go into NEO yet. Be patient with NEO. Wait for that wave down. You'll get that wave down and then you can get in. Not yet, Brian. Hold up. Be patient. I honestly think we got stopped out on Caterpillar too early. I think that Caterpillar will eventually pay. It's just that we're looking at a different time frame. This would have been actually a good swing play, to be honest, to the downside. I'm trying to do a post-mortem here to see. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Dow. Let's go to 40,000 today. I mean, honestly, let's just go 40,000 today, Dow. Let's just do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Apple's going up. Is that what it's doing? Yes. Yep. Apple's going up. Everything's going up. 150,000 cases coronavirus. Let's go up. COVID, okay. I just have a feeling like we're maybe a week or two too bearish. That's what I feel. Does anybody else feel this? I feel like we should be bearish, but we're a week or two too early to be bearish. Maybe just getting squeezed up here. It's a possibility. Taking these plays to the upside possibly might be a better idea. How did JD work out? JD continues to be bearish here. Damn, we missed our entry on JD, guys. That was the entry right there. We could enter here as well, but then, as I said, risk to reward ratio here sucks. JD. I wouldn't enter this here. Chewy possible rejection here. What do you guys think? Let's just short Bitcoin, guys. Honestly, let's just short Bitcoin. Let's put all our life savings into it and then short it. Okay. I'm kidding, obviously. Amazon with the pop and drop. How's Roku doing? Roku doing what Roku does. RKT doing what RKT does. PayPal was a short position that we were talking about. Oh, this was the stock we were talking about recently. Do you guys remember this one? I've been talking about it. If COVID hits, blah, 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 we should get this one. Damn it. Rallied today. Jeez. Might continue rallying too. Blue Apron. Looks bullish, huh? Breakout. Just not enough volume yet. That's the issue here. I don't like the lack of volume. Boeing here going absolutely berserk. Pluggy. What it do? 24. Oh, you're getting kind of rejected, huh? What's up to Dow Jones? Bullish day. No, it might be dangerous to call today bullish just of yet. I feel like we're in a elaborate market maker trap here. It's like a big bull trap. That's what I feel. But then I've been saying that since last week. I don't know. It's something that somebody told me. Like, dude, do you realize like you're always a week early? And I'm like, man, I do realize that. Maybe I should just delay my timeline by a week. Do you guys realize I always end up calling stuff out that happens a week later, and it's freaking annoying sometimes because my own timeline, I'm like thinking about things. Oh, Apple with the bullish movement up. This is very bullish. NASDAQ bullish here. Changing the trend here. Let's see if we can break above this level here. This to be a key level here. This right here. This is your key level to break intraday today. If NASDAQ can't break this yellow line, then we're going to see downside. If we break your momentum, then... Oh yeah, I think so too. I think next week bearish, absolutely. Just that I'm a week early, you know? So I say start hedging now. That's what I like to do, you know? Hey, we got to 111 likes. Thank you guys. You know, if you smash the like button, we might get more people in here. But how is your day going so far, guys? This is an awkward day to trade, by the way. Really awkward. I'm going to be watching most of the stuff. Not going to overcommit myself here. Oh, Caterpillar coming down here. What happened to Dow Jones? We see that rotation out. So also another thing here that you got to think about it is if NASDAQ rallies beyond this point, okay, what might happen would be we might get a rotation out of Dow Jones into tech back temporarily. It might happen, okay? I'm not yet in the XLI and DIA hedge, not yet, okay? And Caterpillar, obviously, you know, doing Caterpillar things. By the way, I just want to show you guys something cool. So for school, we are working on a DCF model. So I mean, hold on real quick. We're doing a valuation of Microsoft. I want to show you guys what an actual DCF valuation looks like. This is pretty cool, put together with our from our group here. So the ones that I do on the live stream on Wednesdays, you know, those are like a very easy DCF valuation. This is what a actual discounted cash flow model looks like. The ones that you do like if you're doing a professional DCF valuation, this is what it looks like. So you know, just to reaffirm, what we've been talking about on the stream for a long time and reaffirm what we've been. We ended up doing this, and we're going to do a presentation on it as well soon. Actually working on that right now as well. So that's the next part of this project, is to put everything into a pitch book. So you do a pitch book. Not in finance, we don't do regular presentations. We do something called a pitch book. It's more like a professional presentation. Do we enter NEO? I don't know. Do we? Yeah, if you want to enter NEO, this is the time to enter it, guys. I personally am not entering, but this is a great time to enter it. $45 calls, take it, play it to the upside. I think that's a good play right here. That's a good play for NEO. Just saying it right now. In case you guys want to enter, you can go ahead and enter it. So this is what your professional style DCF valuation looks like. You project your income statement out, revenues, everything out with a, what expiry? I don't know, man. You gotta, I would do a weekly if you're day trading, right? It's Monday. You can do a weekly if you want. So you forecast these things out all, growth rates, margins, everything. This is what our forecasting model looks like. And then the balance sheet as well. You forecast the whole thing out. This is all our notes, common stock, retained earnings, equity, cash flows, every single part of the balance sheet and every single part of the, company's position, even taking into account the interest expense on long-term debt, short-term debt, right? And then the weighted average cost of capital here is 7.6%. This is a discount rate, right? And here for our valuation, we got a is it really? Yeah, DIA, you mean? Yeah. Neo play, if you want to take it, I told you I'm personally not taking it. Okay, I don't see the clear uptrend, but if you want to play it, you're feel free to play it. I mean, if you want to take it, I'll do $45 calls to the upside, and limit your risk below this right here for a day trade. Keep a tight stop loss on Neo though. I mean, even though I think it may run, but just be very cautious here. Market is not looking very easy to trade today. That's the reason why I'm staying away from potential plays just yet. Apple looking choppy here, even chop. AMD here breaking out. This might be a good one. AMD, wow, what a play today. That was a good one. So going back to this DCF valuation, I just wanted to show you that the where was it? Here we go. Our perpetuity value per share was $300, and the EBITDA valuation was $226. Either way, Microsoft is undervalued. So this is what a real DCF valuation looks like. How many of you guys would like to see more of these? Because I mean, these are real educational stuff that I would love to teach you guys how to do this, but I know it's a little crazy. Like, learning how to do this is something else altogether. It's a different animal. But, I love the feedback if you guys have any. AMD might just continue to run here. Boeing is going. If Moderna puts a smart move, I don't know, man. Wow. I mean, it's a smart move here. If you're gonna play as a day trade, I think it's a smart move. I see a lot of volume coming out. That's all. But it's a swing. I don't know. Take it on the break of the low, though. Don't take it right now. It's dangerous. We're just waiting on some news to drop. That's what I feel. That's what I feel right here. You know. It's going to be a very grueling trading day today. Neo, did anyone take the Neo? This might spill. It's setting up for the spike. Just got to be patient. You can't expect things to bring a profit right away, guys. Record COVID cases and lockdown doesn't care. I mean, yeah. We're literally going the opposite direction. You remember the last time this happened, it was tech that rallied, and now it's like, no, we don't care. We have a vaccine, you know. No, I didn't get into Neo. I said I'm not getting to Neo. I literally said that 3 times now. I said I'm not getting into Neo. Not yet. I think I need to start looking. Yeah, dude. At the maximum, I look at 5 minutes. Like majority of the time, I like trading on the 15-minute for that reason, because you can see clear patterns with the 15-minute. I wasn't going to take Neo until we break above that level. 46.50 was what I said. 45 or 46.50. That was the level. Yeah, 15 minutes the best time frame in my opinion. Intraday, absolutely. I love that time frame. Better than most. VIX here is holding steady. Bonds holding steady. Gold still looking bullish. I might want to open a position in gold, to be honest. This is something I want to trade. I'm still not happy with that trade on Caterpillar. I might take revenge on it later. I think we'll still get rejected here. That's what I think with Caterpillar. I'll play Caterpillar the moment I see Dow Jones fall. That's when I'm gonna play Caterpillar again. Just FYI, guys. I'll take a second stab at it. It's a good setup for a long-term play. Boeing 205 if it breaks 200, maybe, possibly. There is a possibility. Boeing, 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 Boeing. Yeah. Boeing, ridiculous at this point, in my opinion. But then, Boeing has done this before, guys. You guys know that? Boeing has done this before. Where it rallied all the way. You guys remember that? I made a ton of money doing that, actually. This rally. It went parabolic. It might do that again. There's a chance. It's setting up like that. You know, this part here, you see? It's like the same as this part, you know? You see that? This. And this. And maybe this time we go like, just like this, you know? Because screw logic. I think Boeing just goes like that, you know? Actually, no. That's too, I think the gradient is too weak for that. I think it needs to go like this instead. Yeah, that looks much better, right? I think that, yeah, that looks more logical, to be honest, with the way this market's behaving. Irrationality, man. It's a strong thing. Greed and irrationality are strong market emotions. Yeah, okay. I think Boeing's gonna go like this, guys. Boeing to, what is the intro? Oh, at this point you got to plot. Yeah, 210 is what Boeing's going for. Let's see. Let me try to plot Boeing's extension here. Hold up. So this is your swing low, swing high, swing low here, swing high. Let's do this. Boeing's gonna go for 207. 207 is 207, 208. That's the level. Yo, I gotta get some water. I'm gonna be back in like a couple of minutes here. Let me go get some water. I'm hella thirsty. Talking in the stream, live stream nonstop is making my throat really parched. Hold up, real quick. I'll be back. Alright, I'm back. What's up, guys? What's going on? What did I miss? Nothing much. What do you know? Nothing much is what I missed. NASDAQ getting rejected. Interesting. Yeah. Here's my look. Okay, zones look okay. What is this? Jeez. Boeing, no chill. Yeah, bullish, huh? It's super bullish. 201. Yeah. This is bullish. Boeing, it's going to continue running. I say that now for sure. I already exited my position that I had from Friday at a pretty terrible loss. Nah, I don't think any news dropped. By the way, if you want to know like where I like to actually get latest news, Seeking Alpha has got like a pretty nice, running RSS feed. But I'm definitely not getting into Boeing here. It's pretty obvious. If you have taken my mentorship course, you know that I don't chase trades. I wait for them patiently to come to me, and then I take them. I don't see clear setups right now. Baidu, some Apple puts coming in. Still 88% bullish today, the flow. This is interesting. We got rejected, but I'm not gonna play this just yet. I like the idea though. 198. Yeah, that's what I see as well. I agree. Yep. 198 as easily. 198, 197.50. What? 190. Yeah, you're right. 198. That's right. Yep. Right here. That will be the next entry for Boeing. 198. I agree. sorry about Caterpillar. That didn't play out the way that we wanted it to. I still think it will pay eventually. You just gotta wait patiently. If you know, if you're patient, it'll pay for sure. That's a hammer candle. You guys see this on a 1 hour chart? That's a hammer. This is a hammer. And when a hammer forms on a uptrend followed by another bearish candle like this, then you see a trend reversal. So the next hour will be crucial for Caterpillar. If we see Caterpillar extend downward with another bearish candle, then we'll see sell off. If it goes above this candle, then we'll see bullishness. Continued trend, basically. That's the idea here. Okay. This is a very bearish candle, actually. I'd say, as I was telling somebody on the educational chat, it's absolutely not a bad time to open hedges on industrials here. You got the run. We got the run up that we needed, and I think it's not a bad time to open up a couple hedges if you wanted to really play against the Dow Jones here. Another bearish formation here. The Dow is looking weak, guys. It's looking weak. Moving averages scalping means time to go bearish. Which moving averages scalping? You mean these here? This is actually still bullish on the Dow Jones. That's the reason why I don't like looking at it on the 5-minute chart. Neo going to play a game of cat and mouse between 50 EMA. Yeah, I see that. On the 1 minute. Yeah, it is pretty much doing that. Neo does still look bullish to me though. Gonna take some time for the break fills 46. Yep, I agree. That's the all-time right there. But it's still looking bullish, like it's consolidating in a bullish way, Neo. It's just I see it moving sideways, and I just don't want to take it till we hit this above this resistance here. But look at the flow on Neo. Hedges, bullish flow, possible. This one's a downright lotto put bet on earnings. These are all potential. These are potential day trades, like scalp, 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 scalp. This one's two hedges as well, or it might be a long-term earnings play. Let's see how it plays out. I don't see a lot of opportunity yet. And the fee is up 5% today. Wow, this was another one from today. Damn. Boeing up 7% today. Energy, XOM. Wind. Yeah, not a bad one either, but then that's a tough one. I'm gonna get off the stream in about 8 minutes here, guys. I don't see many opportunities, and I think we can do this another day with our capital and expend it more, you know, proactively in a better way. Win is not a bad put idea here, but just be careful. This is on a NASDAQ, so if NASDAQ doesn't go bearish, then... Is the screen blurry? Is it really? You think it's the connectivity, or... Is anybody else's screen blurry? Win put here for a time being looks good. AMD still mooning here. I'd say AMD calls here look good as well, by the way. This is a good time to play AMD calls. Might be a chase up to this $86, $87 level. If you want to day trade this, it's not a bad idea. Everything kind of flat, to be honest. AMD, you could, if you're planning on taking a day trade, I would go like $84 calls, and then for this week expiry, if you want to play it, I think it's a good one. Let's see the flow on AMD. Yeah, a lot of bullish flow. Next week expiries for $81. That is a scalp. Make sure you check the IVs before you buy these, by the way. If the IVs are too high, do not buy AMD here. Okay. Wait for that down wave and then get in. Damn. NVIDIA announces 80 GB AI supercomputing GPU. Whoa. Pan W. Palo Alto Networks. Interesting. High IV is above like 60 to 70% IV. I consider on the high side already. 80% is high. 100% is definitely high. Like, do not take those contracts. I'm not even looking at AMD contracts, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. But I don't use a website to track IV. I just look at the options chain. Is Adobe going down more? Oh yeah, this looks like a good short, potentially. This is a good setup for a risk to reward opportunity. Our short position here. Rejected by the multiple times here. You need the NASDAQ momentum to come down though. And the Dow Jones. High IV is anything like above 60 to 70%. Anything above that, I wouldn't trade it, to be honest. Caterpillar making more moves here. Caterpillar mooning. Wow, we have not been able to get any trades done this past week. It's been insane. I've been on a little bit of a dry spell here. Amazon looking to consolidate sideways here into oblivion. Beyond bearish. Beyond bearish. Bearish till 113. A break below this will send us down. Beyond puts here look tasty. But I think the IVs on these might be a little bit too much. AMD IVs at 41%. That's not bad at all. But make sure you don't take it up here though. Make sure you wait for the pullback and then grab it, right? Don't take it on the wave up. Take it on the wave down. Just like how we were supposed to do on Neo. And then Neo played us. That's the reason why I didn't enter. So wait for AMD. Do not take it right now. Hold up. Boeing looks like it wants to come down a little bit. Caterpillar looks like it wants to go up here and reject. CrowdStrike continually looking bearish. All right, I'm gonna call it a night here, guys. Because to be honest, I don't think there's much to be played here. If I get time tomorrow, I will try and come on and do a live trading session. But if not, I'll see you guys on Wednesday for the fundamental valuation of DocuSign. I do appreciate you guys spending your time with me, though. Thank you for the 114 likes, and thank you for your good vibes. Tomorrow, when we do the next live trading session, honestly, I want to do it a little differently. I'm going to post a Zoom link in the chat, and then you guys can come on Zoom, because I hate talking to myself like this. It's very weird. I don't know. I prefer to have people to talk to. It's just more fun. And people ask questions, and that's like, I like the interaction rather than me just talking to the mic, you know what I mean? But some feedback here. How do you guys like these trading sessions? I mean, is it helpful? Do you guys find the stuff enlightening in any way? Obviously, we're not going to make profits all the time, but I'm pretty sure that over time we'll make some decent money. Will there be too many voice talking at once? No, not really. I can limit that. That's in my control on the Zoom call, since I'm the host. Very helpful seeing your thoughts in real time. Okay, great, awesome. All right, that's good. I still hold my my thesis on the Dow eventually correcting. I told you guys I may be like a few days early with my analysis here, but I would say it's not a bad idea to hedge. Okay, take hedges against industrials or anything that makes up a big percentage of the Dow. So I highly recommend you guys to take hedges. QQQ moving. Oh, we broke up a bit above this. So, yeah. Look for that to happen. And then remember what I said, sector rotation back into tech possibly. Those are the two things that you want to take away from the stream today, okay? The larger macro picture rather than concentrating on the smaller picture that things are moving up and down constantly. Okay? So I'll leave you guys with that, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Have a great trading session. Neo here, breaking down a little bit. Be careful here. It might bounce here, so I hope that if you want to enter, that might be a possible play there. Lots of bullish flow betting on this one, but just be careful, okay? All right, thank you. Peace out, guys. Have a good one, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Bye.